So you've got yourself a free motion or darning foot, or you're thinking of getting one. But what are they? What do they do? And more importantly, how do you fit one so that it works every time? Let's find out. So what is a free motion or darning foot? Basically, it's a special foot that hops, can't think of another way of putting it, skips, I don't know, jumps over the fabric, raising up, allowing you to move the fabric as you sew. So you take control, and only comes down and touches the fabric itself as you're forming the stitch. Why do you need a free motion foot? Basically, if you want to do free motion quilting or darning, you need to be able to move the fabric in any direction that you choose. On normal sewing with the feed dogs, they're trying to feed the fabric from the front of the machine to the back of the machine, away from you. If you cover those over or drop them and use one of these feet, it allows you to take control of the fabric, effectively drawing with stitches and going in any direction you so wish. So obviously, to put your free motion foot on your machine, you need to take this foot and the holder off first. The important thing with this is this metal bar at the top needs to go above, hopefully not make too much of a mess, needs to go above that screw, the needle clamp screw, because that's what makes the whole thing jump up and down. I'm just going to do that. So to take this off first, loosen the screw, lift the presser foot, you see that that's just stayed where it was, and that should just lift out. Then putting this one back in, push it up as far as it will go, tighten the screw, and the important thing is to make sure that, keep slipping, the important thing is to make sure that the bar on the top of the free motion foot is above the needle clamp screw. So even though that's not touching it at the moment, hopefully I don't get my threads all tangled up, you'll see, there you go, pushes it up, which allows you to move your fabric. So obviously if that bar's below the presser foot, it just wouldn't work. So when you're going to start using your free motion foot on machines, you're going to have one or two ways of doing this, because you're going to need to cover or drop your feed dogs. You'll either have a lever that drops the feed dogs, and it could be at the front or it could be at the back, it could be mechanical, it could be motorised. But on this machine, we get supplied with a little plate. You see these two little notches and these two little holes. We cover over the feed dogs. And that's the reason why you're thinking, why is the machine unthreaded? Because basically, if I tried to do that with the machine threaded up from the bottom, the thread would get caught under the plate. So I'm just going to bring that up. There you go. If I can get hold of it. Oh, you little... What's it? Hang on a second. Okay. So the machine sews up, and my feed dogs are now covered over, which means I have control of the fabric as we start to do this. Now, I'm not very good at this. And that's the other thing you'll notice. Doesn't necessarily mean that the presser foot, the free motion foot, is actually pressing down on the fabric. And you can see I can move that around. That's because we're not actually forming a stitch. When I come down, yeah, that's holding it now. Right, so I'm just going to do a couple of bits. So you see, I have control of what I'm sewing. And there's some fine examples, it's a bit of fluff, some fine examples of my work, but you get the idea. When you need to come to put the normal presser foot back on and the normal clamp, just remember to push that up as high as it will go and tighten the screw up as tight as it will go to make sure that it's in the right position, and B, it doesn't just fall away with the vibration as you're using the machine. If you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, please like and subscribe, and try this video next.